Welcome to online class of social, dear children. This is your Zoya ma'am with a new topic, tracing changes through 1,000 years. So here in this lesson we are going to discuss in today's class how the changes were occurred, how the changes were happening day by day in historical period time when still the tribes were arrived during that time. So here you can see in the slide how the tracing changes were occurred. It is based on new and old terminology. If you see region and empire base, if you see the first thing which the changes were occurred, it is in new and old terminologies, nothing but the things which we were using, the language which we were using. So slowly it is going to change in the terminologies. Next comes here region and empire wise. So region and empires are nothing but the dynasties which were established during that time, the dynasty which were ruling during that time, the dynasty which is ruled by the different people in the different places. About that we will discuss. Here if you see the region wise, during this period many dynasties were emerged. Many dynasties came to rule. Among them Cholas, Khiljis, Tughlaqs, Mughals were able to build an empire that was pan-regional, cover diverse regions. Nothing but diversification was done. Nothing but the different regions were given to the different people to look after the administrative work, to see the administration work, because as you know very well, it is not possible by one person to have capacity of dealing with all the things, because during that time they were collecting the taxes, during that time they were doing the allocation of work, during that time they were also doing different kind of monetary or monitoring work. So that is the reason it was not possible by one person to look after in all the places. So that is the reason diversification were done by the dynasties during that time. If you see, these are the best example for the dynasties which were emerged, which was existed, which was ruling during that time. So how the changes were occurred slowly, so that we will come to know. Here next we will discuss about the historians and their sources. So children, just have a look on historians and their sources is all about. You people know very well, historian is nothing but the person who knows about the things, who knows about the event which were occurred during that time. Historian is a person who will write the different people periodical basis about king, about his dynasty, about his administration, about his kingdom totally. If I use in one word, a person who writes and the person who will write, the person who will give the information about the events which were occurring during that time. If you see among them, number one, if you just see on the slide, first and most important source which was used during that time was coins. Secondly, it is architecture, inscription, textual records. So let's discuss one by one these all the things. Our major sources of historical informations are: historical is a person who will research on the historical period, who will research on the dynasties which were ruling during that time. If you go slowly, the first and most important thing you see, coin. What is coin? Children, you might have seen many of the old coins. Might be if you just discuss with your parents, if you discuss with your mother, grandfather, grandmother, like that and all, you just go through the coins, you check in the coins. During that time, for historians, coins were one of the important source of document through which they used to come to know about, that period, they used to come to know about the king, they used to come to know about all the past events which were occurred during that time. So that is the reason coin was important source of document for the historians during that time. So secondly, it is architecture. Architecture is all about, best example I will give you. Architecture style, if you see, we no need of going anywhere. If you take the example of Gangavati, if you take the example of Hampi, okay, Hampi, if you see, it is one historical place, it is one place where you will get all historical information on the walls, right? If you go and see, different temples are there. On temples some inscriptions are available. So here architecture, why it was one of the important source of document, it is one important historical information for the historians, in the sense historians were collecting the information, historians were grabbing the information from these sources. They used to get the information from the walls, they used to get the information from the coins, they used to get information from the walls. If you see, many things historians were using to know about the past events which were occurred. So that is the reason architecture style, architecture also one of the important element for the historian to know about the event which were occurred in the historical period. Next here come inscription. Inscription, if we take, you might have seen during that time they were using many things. Inscription is nothing but the information which is written on particular object. Particular object, if you take for inscription, best example in the sense, you take best example is, if you take coin, you take the plate which were used during that time, you take the different items which they used during historical period and all. If you take, more information were available for the historian from the inscriptions only. So that is the reason, if you see on the wall also, they used to, historical people I am talking, they used to write and they used to leave the information for the people to know about in history what occurred and how it went, and all things they will come to. Next here comes our textual records. Textual records is nothing but, ma'am, you will ask the next question is, ma'am, during that time we did not had books, no. We didn't had any pens, no. We didn't had any object to write and keep the records, no. Next question may come for you people. But children, during that times textual records also were maintained by the kings. Textual records also were maintained by his accountant, or we used to call them as scribes. A scribe is nothing but a person who will maintain kings all information and who used to write in the books. So that is the reason textual records also were available. Textual record also were giving the information to the people, to the historian, to the archaeologist who came in the search of information. So that is the reason these are the major source of historical information for the historians who wanted to know about the past events which occurred during that particular period. See, today we did not see how the Vijayanagara dynasty is. We don't know how the Hampi was. We don't know many famous dynasties and kings, how they ruled, how their life was. But what we are doing, we are learning, right? How we are learning? With the different source of document. From the book we are learning, from the TV we are learning, from the different mass media, from the different media of learning, we all are learning which kind of king was there and how he was leading the life. So this is all about the sources of information. Sources of information is all about through which source we will get the information. Now nextly we will move on change in empire and regions in the medieval period. In the middle of the period, when the different dynasties have controlled the different parts of Indian subcontinent through the medieval period. So how the different dynasty came to existence, how the different dynasties were ruling during that period. At the same time, total subcontinent of our Indian country, it was maintained, it was controlled by the different dynasty also during medieval period. Next here comes the next thing which we are going to discuss in this class is, that is the reliability of historian source. Certain source of history like manuscripts are often difficult for the historians to use. They pose the following challenges. Manuscript. Before we could start the discussion on how the people used to feel the difficulty, we should know what is manuscript. Manuscripts are those, it is a form of written information. If any information during that time, if it is a written form, if it is in the written form, if it is a written document, for that we used to call it as, for that we used to define as manuscripts. So children, you should understand now all the information which we are getting today about the historical period, about the historian, about the. Okay children, now here we'll have already, as I informed you, as already we discussed, the reliability of historian sources are nothing but the information through which they were getting the information about the previous people, about the administration, about the way the king used to lead the life, the way they were doing the administration, all things we came to know. So that is the reason manuscript, inscription and many of the sources were available in the form of textual information also. They used to get to know about the medieval period, to know about the historical period when the people and how they were leading the life. So here comes the next thing which we will discuss in today's class is, that is all about old and new religious. So old and new religious, all about children. It is, as you know very well, our India is very famous. Totally we believe that it is completely stood on religion base. Nothing but here we all are unitedly we people diverted. What happened here? We are not going to any discrimination. Here what happened? Unity in diversity we believe. We believe in unity in diversity. Nothing but here we have different caste. Here we have different people with a different dress code, with a different language, with a different lifestyle. So that is the reason here during that time also old and new religious emerged with a vital role, that religion was often closely associated with the social and economic organization of local community. So local communities were nothing but during that time the people who belonged to particular state, particular town, particular village. It was closely associated. They all were coordinated among them. So here the next thing which we will discuss in today's class is, that is new social and political groups. So there were large scale of variety of the developments occurred over the period between 700 AD to 1750 AD, which make it challenging for the historians to make it available for the study. So during this period, especially 1700 to 700 to 1750, during that period, because of lack of development, because of large scale of variety of development taken place. So during that time many things were developed. So because of that reason, for historians it was very difficult to identify, it was very difficult to get the information regarding about history. So it was a very difficult period for the historians. Here next comes the important changes during the medieval period. Changes is nothing but it is all about what we will learn more about the event took place in the medieval periods and their impact. Let's look at some important religious, maybe it is their food related, technological changes that took place during this period. See, during that time more things were not updated, upgraded, but what happened, how the days were passing, how the days were changing, people started to get the awareness regarding the technology, people started to get the awareness regarding their lifestyle, their livelihood. Many things were changed because of development, because of awareness. So that is the reason here the technologically, religious, food related, many things were changed, many things were updated, people became modernized, their lifestyle, their thought, their thinking, everything were completely changed. So here the next thing which we will discuss children is, that is impact on common people. Of course when we are doing one particular thing, it is not going to help, it is not going to help for each and everyone. It may affect adverse, it may put adverse effect on some of few people. So among them the various changes that took place in the Indian subcontinent through the medieval period made impact on the lives of the common people, nothing but the poor people, nothing but generally to whom we call it as common people were suffered a lot, because suddenly if you are applying particular thing, what will happen, it takes time to get digested. So same thing happened during this period, during that period with the common people also. Common people were taking time to get adjust with the things, the changes which were occurring during that time and that period. Here comes the next thing, that is thinking about time and historical records. So what is historical record is telling you that the time reflects the changes in the social and economic organization, in the persistence and transformation of ideas and beliefs. So during that time what happened, things were not belong to only one particular place, only one particular person. it was spreaded by many people from one place to another place. If you see here, transformation of ideas and beliefs, it was not limited to one particular place. The ideas were not limited to one particular place, it was transferred from one place to another place and one person to another person also. Here the historical periods, if you see, historical period at how the world has changed over the thousands of years. To understand these changes better way, they group the past into segments or periods that share the same features. So here what happened is, in historical periods, if you see, if you look into that very keenly, what will happen, the changes which were occurred during that time, it was not limited to one person. The messages were spreading by the one person to another person. The things were spreading to one person to another person. Like that, even transformation of ideas and beliefs also were transferring. If you see here Hindu periods, we are talking about the religious based thing. Here majorly during that time, the religious which was strongly existed during that period was Hindu periods, Muslim period and British period. If you see this concept map, children, you can see how and how many good number of years they all were existed and they all were happily leaded the life. You people can come see. You can see start a rapid expansion of Gupta Empire in the period of Hindu periods. Qutbuddin Aibak became the first ruler of Delhi. In the Muslim period time, the Battle of Plassey occurred. It actually began during that time when the British arrived. Like that, many changes were occurred. Many things were changed during that period, because totally what happened, now slowly religious came to existence. All the different religions came with their ideas, came with their people to bring the awareness. So among them, the ancient period, medieval period and modern period was existed in the different periods. So it may be broadly segregated into ancient period, medieval period and modern period. Nothing but slowly how the time was passing, people thinkings also were completely changed. So because it is all about change, it is all about technological idea wise, people were completely changing. So that is the reason. I hope you children, you all are clear with the ideas. You all might be clear with the things which we discussed in the today class. If you have any queries on the tracing changes, you are supposed to feel free with your particular respective subject teacher and you can ask to me. So this lesson is very easy, children. Only you need to understand what kind of changes were occurred one dynasty to another dynasty, one person to another person, how their administration style was, how the religions came to existence. So totally 3 religions completely they are focusing in this lesson is, one is Hindu, Muslim and British. So these 3 castes, these 3 religions are playing a prominent role in this period. So totally here tracing changes is nothing but how the slowly people started their life, leaded their life. Commonly if you see how the times was passing, people lifestyle, their food style, their total, the way of living was completely changed, how the days were going. So that is the reason this lesson is easy until unless you understand what kind of changes were occurred during that period with the different people. And when we are talking about the things or the messages or the beliefs or the technology, it was not limited to one person. It was not limited to one place. It was transferring. It was spreading from one person to another person, one town to another town. So that is the reason this lesson will be easy until unless you understand the basics. So I hope I am clear with all the concept. I hope I am clear with all the contents from this lesson. If you have still any query, feel free to ask me. So thank you children. We will meet in the next class with a different topic. If any query, just ask me by giving a call or message. Thank you.